Aaron Boone's still to come. Simmons supposed to call in. I don't know what time exactly. So he is running around at the NBA Finals, but he told me he would call in today. So we'll hear from him sometime. Sonny and Malvern, what's up, Sonny?
Hey, Mike, I got a LeBron question. But first, did I hear something about David Wright coming back?
I never heard anything about that.
The last update, they said he's baseball ready in 2 weeks. Anyway.
LeBron, wait. You said that didn't say that. They said he's actually resumed having some light baseball things, like having a catch, okay? I mean, it's not he's baseball. Listen, David Wright would have to spend the minimum of 3 weeks in the minor leagues to a month to actually be ready to where he's going to play in the major leagues again. He would need that kind of conditioning. He's been gone so long. So you would have him being tracked in the minors for weeks on end before you would ever even consider putting him in a major league game.
Okay, yeah, I was just puzzled about that.
He is still. Let me give the people the right declaration because it's fair, because otherwise they'll get it wrong. He is still weeks away from baseball activity, okay? That it means nothing, okay? So don't jump on that and say David Wright's coming back, because he's not. All right? I mean, listen, I feel badly for him, but they're not going to see David Wright playing. He would have to go to the minor leagues and tear it up before they ever considered bringing him back to the major leagues, and we are months away from that. Matt in Northport, what's up, Matt?
Hey, Mike, I got a question about Bumgarner and a Met point. Suppose the Giants did want to trade him, which would be very unpopular with their fans, I'm sure. He's 10 years in the league. I mean, I know he's a guy who takes a lot of pride in his hitting. He's a small-town guy. Mm-hmm. You know, what makes you think he would want to leave pitching in a pitcher's park to come to the AL East and not be able to bat, have to cut his hair, you know, all the things that would happen to be a Yankee?
I can't say that he would.
Can he reject the trade?
Yeah, he could, but you know, guys don't usually reject trades to the World Series and to the New York Yankees. I mean,
he's got 3 rings already. You know?
I understand, but guys don't usually do that. I mean, so you know, it's hard to get back to the World Series. He may never get back to another one in his life. This might be a chance to do that. So listen, I'm not saying that I know that he would do that or not. I have no idea, and he would have to do certain things to come to the team. Yes, he would.
Quick about the Mets.
I don't think hitting would be the reason he didn't come, though. I really don't.
He's a great hitter. He's got
listen, he's a wonderful hitter. He's a wonderful hitter. All right, but I don't think that will be the reason he doesn't come, though.
Okay, if they are going to blow this thing up and trade either Syndergaard
which
or
I don't
DeGrom,
think which I have told you all along, I do not think they will.
I hope they don't. I'm a Mets fan. I hope they don't. But if that's going to happen, it's got to be someone other than Alderson doing it, because we've been through rebuilds with this guy, and it's clear he's not a good evaluator of talent. I mean, get me if it's not, you know, promoting Omar back or getting a new GM, but I don't want to sit through an Alderson rebuild, because it's clear that the guy is inept as a GM. I don't think he should be the one to blow it up if that's what we do.
But I think inept is too strong a word. I don't think he's done a good job, but inept is way off Sandy Alderson. That's not fair, but that's okay. I mean, you're allowed to have your opinion. Ted in Waterbury, what's up, Ted?
Hey, Mike, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
Jay Williams said he took Cleveland in 7 games.
Yeah, but that means nothing. So somebody had to. I mean, you know, that's the case. If I do it, I'll be the one they'll come run to, and if I don't do it, you know what? Then so be it. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody else somewhere who did. But if you're going to try and give people what you think is accurate, I think it's a very hard thing to do. I'd like to hear how he made his case. How they're going to win 4 out of 7.
I don't know. Now, if LeBron, I watch First Take sometimes in the morning and things like that, and I get, like, maybe Houston, but seriously, if he was even considering Golden State...
No.
Would Adam Silver
yes, he would. He'd be wrong not to.
It's borderline ridiculous.
No, it would be ridiculous. It cannot happen. It would be incredibly unfair for the league, and if the commissioner does have the power...
Yep.
He does command the power to do something in the best interest of the sport. It's part of being a commissioner, and he would absolutely outlaw that. If he didn't, he'd need his head examined. So that should, and it would actually damage the LeBron legacy. So it would make no sense on any level. If he never goes to another final, he'd be better off than if he did that. Mike in New Jersey. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike, how are you? Good afternoon.
What's happening?
Hey, first and foremost, I can't agree with you more about about a trade with for Jacob deGrom. It definitely has to start with Torres.
If it doesn't, if you're the Mets, you would have to push that agenda. If you didn't, you'd be out of your mind.
I think, though, that any team that wants to negotiate with the Yankees, some of these top-tier players, these pitchers that they're looking at, I think every conversation is going to have to start with Torres.
Well, if I were the other, because and my reasoning to the Yankees would be, well, wait a second, you traded a pitcher and got him in a trade, so how would you then ask us to give you a pitcher and not expect him back in a trade?
Absolutely. But just to shift topics on you a bit, I wanted to get your professional opinion. I think we've got an interesting situation out on the West Coast with the 49ers, and I'll self-admit I'm a diehard 49er fan stuck on the East Coast.
Right.
But with the Reuben Foster situation, kind of unique. I don't know if you've been following, but
I have been because I don't know if you're aware of this, if you follow the show. My longtime driver, and who's with me every day, Julio Rosa, is an enormous 49er fan. I mean, he actually does interviews on the shows out there. He's
really?
Oh, crazy, absolutely nutso. He has two teams, the Yankees and the 49ers, and he is a crazed 49er fan. So I had told him 2 years ago that I thought the best defensive player in the entire draft was the player you are talking about. But I also said he does have a checkered background. I thought he was the best defensive player in that draft. He also, though, carried a lot of baggage, and the baggage has made itself known. But what you're going to bring up, and I'll let you do it, is obviously the woman here told some tall tales.
Yeah, and I'm just curious. So, you had the Ezekiel Elliott 6-game suspension for the silliness, that he participated in. Obviously, we know about Ray Rice. That was, botched. Right. And now you have someone coming forward and self-admitting that what they said was fictitious.
What the woman said, and I have to run, but what the woman said was that she made it up. So how that affects what happens to him remains to be seen, but that was the part of it, is that the woman now admits that she made it up. All right, let's talk some finals.